Our guest is Minister Fitzgerald Hinds. We didn't introduce him?
No, we did not.
Minister Fitzgerald Hinds, Minister in the Office of the Attorney General, and of course Member of Parliament for Laventille West. He is with us this morning, and we are going to get into it. But we also wanted to find out how was his trip to Tobago, and how were you treated on your return?
Oh, it was
through customs.
Wonderful.
You didn't have a problem. You didn't go through any door you're not supposed to.
No, what I do and what all my ministerial colleagues do when we are exiting Trinidad, and as well when we return, there are protocol officers who engage us on entry into the airport. So we follow them. They have the necessary passes. They know the terrain a lot better than we do. And typically we follow the protocol officer. So all of my colleagues do just that. So wherever we attempt to go or to pass, it is
a protocol officer.
It is at the description of a protocol officer who knows best the actual circumstances, the pathways, and so it is. One of my colleagues, Camille Robinson-Regis, and two of my colleagues, and Dennis Moses, would have been coming in, and they too, from my knowledge, subjected themselves to the directions of protocol officers, and they were proceeding accordingly. A security officer took issue. I am not going to get too much into this because the matter is now in vogue, but a security officer took issue. Eventually, a report on the incident was made, and I have now been hearing and reading that there have been some developments. At least one of my colleagues was not able to say anything on the matter because she, Camille Robinson-Regis, knew nothing more than the incident on the date, that a report was made, and all that ensued since she had absolutely no knowledge of. So those typically will be the circumstances. We are not drunk, we are not mad, and we are all typically law-abiding, respectful citizens. And we don't go bullying ourselves and drunkening ourselves around the place. I was speaking to a public servant yesterday in our ministry, and he picked me up at the Hilton last evening because we spent the entire day there at that Heads of Government CARICOM conference. And when he picked me up, it was after dark, and I commented to him, I've taken you past your bedtime on this occasion. He said, Minister Hinds, I'm accustomed to this. I've done this for years with other ministers. And a conversation ensued. But he pointed out, you don't have to wait by no bar. You don't have to help nobody get to the back of the vehicle and them kind of thing. So I only tell you
I'm here to let you know,
based on our own teachings from that which we learned at home, upbringing, the understanding that you hold public office and there are some things you have to do and some things you not. And most of all, the tone set by our leader. We just don't behave in certain ways. And I'm telling you this, gentlemen, I am sure the public service as a body, as an entity, understands that we are in the government and we do things differently to the rest. I'm sure the PSs know we are different. The things we engage in or ask them to engage in, the way we behave is 100% different. The police will know that too.
I would imagine, and I would understand your point, the point that you made just now, based on the examples of the leader. Because I know the Prime Minister, he is not big on too much, how I should put it, too much fanfare. For instance, when he enters a room, he wouldn't mind if you sit down. He wouldn't mind if he's not announced. Correct. You understand? We see him in traffic sometimes.
Correct.
In the traffic. He doesn't like the police abusing their way through the traffic. I've seen him operate that way.
That's the point. Focus is on what is in front of us, the business. It's not about it's not about we. We see ourselves as public servants, and that is what we come for.